Hi everyone! So I'm doing a demo of the Stihl mulcher. So this is the one I mentioned in my other video. This is the Stihl GHE 355, whatever. Okay, so I bought this secondhand. Now, when you're buying a secondhand mulcher, you need to look at the blade. Even though the exterior it hasn't been used a lot, and it's quite true. I think after a certain amount of use, the blade will be blunt. So I try to get the Michigan now, but it's really hard to start, and I just needed to clear some of the path. So with this kind of mulcher, this is really for home use or really small acreage farm. So you wouldn't want to be using it a lot. The convenient thing about this is it's an electric motor. So you just plug it in and press a button and it goes. And if you don't want it to get stuck often, you spend a little bit more time cutting the branch a little bit smaller and more manageable. I find that when I leave it naturally, all the branches were going everywhere, it gets stuck in the blade quite often, and I have to stop and undo the tubey part. It's not technical. Just have to remove the whole thing and get rid of whatever that's inside, like the branches that have been stuck between the blade. Over here, Stihl doesn't pay me to do these sort of, product review, and I'm not. I'm just a user. I just happen to like a lot of their product. Each of these, see this particular branch, I can put it in. But the only reason why I don't want to put it in, because I saw initially it struggled quite a bit. And also the blade, like I mentioned, wasn't that great. So this part here I needed to clear because we need to do fire break along here. So maybe these branches here need to go also. But for the moment, this whole thing came out to say here, which make it very difficult for the tractor to run across to tilt. So we have to do this I think by November. So my dad's going to run along and do the fire break just all along here, and then we'll see. I mean, he probably won't be here until mid-September. So if the rain come and the grass grow again, I'll probably need to get someone in to do it. But otherwise, in the meantime, these bigger logs will be firewood, and the rest will be mulch, the smaller branches. Okay. So I need to put on some ear protection because it does get quite loud after a while. So you don't see that, it might not be okay for a short period of time, but if you're standing here for say an hour or so, the noise really gets to you. So put on some ear muff. I don't need this. I just happen to have this whole gear. Okay, and we turn it on. Now at the moment I'm using the smaller branches in the tree and the leaves. So there's another mode, but these one will be okay. We just turn it on. Let it run. Change the mode around. So if I turn it on the other side, it will go to the branch. You have to wait for about 6 seconds. I would normally do because I was on the smaller plant, smaller stem. So in this case, when you hear that's not moving, you turn it off. Generally, you just get plucked, like stuck in the blade. It's very light. When I say very light, you know, it's lighter than the Michigan. So you can see here, this is the blade. I think is it's a bit like, you can see it's been battered really heavily. So I mean, I did see it when I bought it, but I didn't think I'll be using it a lot. I just want to lightly use the mulch. But if I want this to perform more efficiently, I just need to take it to Stihl and get the blade sharpened, and I think that should work like a charm. But yeah, I just brought it home. I thought I'd just take out for some light mulching. You can see the pile here on my left, on my right. See this? This is the Michigan. This is not from the Stihl. So anyway, then again, this is really for somebody who, you know, you don't have a lot of strength. You don't want to use like those big hands, Mulcher or the Michigan. You just want something light. This is the reason why. So yesterday I was opening this a lot because I wasn't used to using this shredder or mulcher, so it kept on getting stuck. But today I actually it's a little bit better. This is the first time it's stuck, simply because I'm testing it. Otherwise it should be okay. So if you're at home and you're doing gardening and you have like quite a few trees, yeah, you can get one of these. It's okay to use. You can make mulch. But you know, if you have a bigger place like this, this won't be sufficient. Anyway, let's turn that back.